Hey everybody, I was going to do a quick tutorial, not really, video of some things I kind of stumbled on today. It didn't turn out the way I thought, but it's pretty cool. So right now, for one thing, it's in Arkansas. It's like 110 degree heat index, and I'm in a 1970 trailer, and I have all my air conditioner off so that you can hear me. So this has got to be a quick tutorial, or else I'm gonna die. And where else to be creative? But right next to the dirty clothes, the washer and dryer. I'd set up my camera, everything, and sometimes that stuff just doesn't work out. I got an old Nikon D5200. Used it forever, but it's not a great low light camera. I don't have a macro lens. And what I was watching was on YouTube, people trying to take pictures using their iPad under glass with water droplets on top and getting that nice refraction or reflection up through the water droplets. And I got a few decent ones, but I had to use my phone to do that. And so I started playing around with this, which is basically just I have my iPad, piece of glass. I do have Rain-X on it to try to bead that water up. And so I'll kind of show you what I was doing. And but I didn't like the look at these first ones, and then we'll get into the ones I think they're really interesting. All right, you'll have to forgive this very rudimentary setup here. This was just a quick spur of the moment thing. But I have my glass here, and I do have Rain-X on it. So what they were doing was spray until you get some nice water droplets on there. Turn your lights off. And then I think most people have seen where you can take pictures, focus on the water droplets, blur out the background. And I just don't like the way the water droplets formed. And I just could not get focused. And I probably just need a macro lens. So what I tried to do, right here next to the dirty clothes, I'll just use this. So what I thought of doing, which worked a little bit for me, and I think you can come up with some pretty cool ideas, is I was using a water drop, an eyedropper, and I was just placing the drops where I want to, and in whatever shape I want to, which I thought could be interesting. And I'll show you a few shots from that. But basically, same deal. And I'll show you a few shots that I got with that. Of course, I need to wipe my glass off more than that. All right. Well, I didn't really get what I wanted there either, because I couldn't really, again, focus on the water droplets. Either I need a lens I can be closer to, or maybe I need my subject further or closer away. I don't know, but I didn't want to mess with it. So I kind of flipped through my pictures, and I found this one of a really old store that was nearby, just down the road actually. And I started to just spray until these kind of collided. Shook them around a bit. And then I got my phone and started to experiment with this, which I thought was very interesting. But as you can see, it's pretty interesting. And since I was having trouble focusing on the background, my phone had a pro version, or a pro settings for focus. And so I was able to focus on the background with manual focus and get a few shots like that. And I have to say, came up with some very interesting ones. So I really liked how that turned out. And since I'm here, I thought I'd try one more thing. I think this will be pretty cool. I went and got a pan set up. I have my glass set up, leaned against this duct tape with my iPad set on it. I mean, you got to use what you got. And so what I plan on doing is putting one of my pictures up like this, spraying where it has a nice rain effect as it runs down, and take some pictures and see what I get. So let's see what I get on that. Alright, so I'm going to turn the light off. I found an old phone that is busted to bits. I even have tape around it because I shattered it at work. But I always keep stuff like this so that I have an extra phone if I need one, and I can use it to shoot things like this. So let me turn that off, see if I want to get any glare. No, that actually looks pretty good. Let's see if I can get this camera to focus at all on that. Probably not, so you're probably going to have a really bad picture. But you can see what I'm doing. I'm holding this up in front of the pane of glass. I am going to put it in pro mode. I'm going to take my bottle of water. I'm going to start spraying. I'm going to start taking pictures. See what else I got. I love this picture I took. This was just in front of some blinds. Take a few here. And make sure I'm still focused on the background. It is very hard to see on this. And I need to take a look at my shutter speed. But you get what I'm doing. Alright, well, if you made it through that horrible edit and makeshift tutorial on the dryer next to the dirty clothes, they're actually not dirty clothes. They're actually clean clothes. I just need to fold them and put them away. But if you're like me and you just live out here and grab them as you need, you know, lazy. But anyway, I will show my best pictures at the end. I got some really cool ones. But in the world of like Mid-Journey and things like that, which I dabble in myself, I've got some Mid-Journey art that I'm using as like photo references to practice drawing and character creation. So I just let it I prompt it things. It can help me learn to draw different styles. And so that's kind of how I've been using it so far. But I've also used ChatGPT and things like that. But that's a whole nother subject. I think it's really, really cool. I haven't found where I will use it yet, except for practicing my drawings and maybe coming up with character designs and practicing different styles that I can prompt it to do. And so I may make a video about that one time, how I'm using Mid-Journey for now. But I still like this practical in-camera. You could actually do this live. I may try to do that next time, where I get a timer set up, sit behind the glass, spray it, etch it, paint on it. I love that kind of graffiti type stuff maybe on this to affect the image. That would be pretty cool. But anyway, I hope you got something out of this. Maybe it inspired you to try something new. And I'm going to post my best pictures at the end. And I thought this was a cool way to just reinvent some old pictures that I had taken, and really cool effect, I think. So it didn't work out the way I thought it would, but it was still pretty interesting. So anyway, hope everybody has a good day. We'll holler at you later.